We got 3 new MD promotions, 10 new watch earners, 1 new big event, insane speaker, and someone by the end of this video is going to win a free big event ticket, $325 that'll be passed over to you for you to go out there and take any guess you want to the big event. Prior to me giving you all those announcements, let me get into what's taking place. Today's been a big day because today is our Investors Day, and right after the Investors meeting, we had a Dream Team call. Now, I want to talk about what happened today with the Dream Team call. I'm going to show you one slide from our today's Investors meeting, which is absolutely insanity on what's taking place with PHP. So we're doing a Dream Team call, and every time we do a Dream Team call, by the way, if you're not on the Dream Team call, you ought to be on the Dream Team call, but every time I do a Dream Team call, I get an accountability on how many appointments you did, how much activity you did, and these are the numbers we talk about. How many calls you made, how many RIs you did, how many KTPs, fast starts, personal recruits, personal points, base recruits, base points, and there's certain expectations on what you got to do on a weekly basis as a minimum. And if you have these numbers you hit, you have a perfect week. And so I went through. So everyone's saying I did this many fast starts, 650 calls, 15 RIs, 8 KTPs, such and such. Vargas's last week did 48 base shop recruits. Let me explain to you why this is such a big deal. They did 48 base recruits after Flor and Boris Marroquin got promoted out of their base shop last month. If you look at the Leaders Bulletin right now, Flor and Boris Marroquin are at 10 recruits for the month in the base shop. Tonight in Houston, there was a BOM tonight in their office. It's Tuesday night tonight. Rodolfo and Ceci tonight had 27 guests in their office. 29 guests in their office. It's just their base shop. It's not Marcelo Octavio because they're on Wednesday night. It's just them, Flor and Boris Marroquin. They had 29 guests tonight in Houston in their base shop. Out of the 29 guests, 7 were Flor and Boris. 22 guests were in their base shops, themselves. Flor and Marroquin got promoted to MD this month. Nayeli got promoted to MD this month. After them two popping out of their base shops, they still have 48 recruits this week. That's how you do it. Let me give you some numbers here, what this means. If you combine the following 3 base shops, Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas had more base recruits this last 7 days than the following 3 base shops combined. Ready? They had more base recruits than Almaraz, Ricky, and Erica Kehendi combined. They had more recruits than Gaitan, Palayo, and Kehendi combined. If you combine Sapala's base shop, if you combine Palayo's base shop, if you combine Gaitan's base shop, together, those 3 base shops last week only beat Vargas by 2.5 recruits. Let me say this again. MSM base shop, Unity base shop, TGA base shop. If they all came together and they wanted to beat out We the People, Vargas's base shop still, they only lost by 2.5 recruits to those 3 base shops. Why am I telling you this? We were talking about this last Dream Team call this morning. I said, look, World Cup just ended. France won. Croatia ended up being 2nd place, which nobody expected Croatia to win. They were 30-1 to win the whole thing. Russia was 30-1. They were 30-1. They make it to the whole finals. And the guy that ends up getting the golden, what do you call it, golden boot? Mm-hmm. Who's the guy that, Luka something, right?
Modric.
Luka Modric. He wins the golden boot from Croatia. Everybody around the world knows because there's not a single paper in the world, Sports Illustrated, LA Times, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, AOL, ESPN, CNN, Fox, BBC, every news station around the world, Luka is officially known by 7 billion people. But let's set Luka aside. France wins the World Cup. France wins the World Cup. And a guy named Mbappe, that's his last name, right? Something Mbappe. What's his first name? What's his first name? Okay, Mbappe. He becomes the 2nd teenager ever to score a goal in the World Cup final. You know who's the last person that did this? A guy named Pele from Brazil. He's 19 years old. He ran so fast. I was so curious about his speed. Mario and I did research yesterday. He's the fastest runner in World Cup, runs 37.3 kilometers per hour. Mbappe, okay? What's my point to you? Let me explain to you what's my point to you. Our convention is 4 weeks from now, okay? July is your finals. The next 4 weeks are your finals leading into the convention, okay? We do this once a year. Once a year, we recognize the top performers around the country. Once everybody wants to know who's the name that's coming up, okay? We already know Vargas's base shop is going to be seen as a dominant base shop coming up. Everyone knows this. 48 recruits in 1 week. And this is not a closeout week. But let me tell you what else is so exciting about what's going to happen next 4 weeks. Here's what else is exciting. Some new records are going to be broken this month by a new non-MD. Some new MD that just got popped at, a brand spanking new rookie MD that just got popped at, is going to make a big statement. Do you know Joel Molina, from the moment he's been promoted to MD 4 or 5 months ago? You know what's been Joel Molina's worst base shop recruiting month ever since he's become an MD? 45 recruits in a month. 45 recruits a month. The Iron Man was popped up initially to say which base shop will do a minimum of 10, which base shops will do minimum of 15, and they'll never do less than that. Solis has been in the 15 category. I think Rick and Eric have been in the 15 category. Joel Molina went to 45. Joel Molina went to 45. That's what you call a new standard. All the MDs that are right now watching this, they just got promoted. You know what I'm watching? For all of you guys, I'm watching if you really became an MD to become an MD that everybody's watching, meaning you're doing double-digit recruiting, or you just became an MD because you wanted a title. All these new MDs that just became MDs, everybody's going to find out which one's going to do 25 recruits their first month. Who's going to do 50? Who's going to be a new name that everyone's going to look at and say, oh my gosh, these guys are coming up. Who's going to be a new non-MD right now watching this saying, you know what, I'm Mbappe of PHP. I'm Luca of PHP. We're our office, we're France. We're the France of PHP. We're going to win it this year. We're going to be a number one office. We're going to be a number one hierarchy. We're going to be a number one net SVP team. We're going to be the team that's going to come and everybody's going to say that's the France of 2018 in PHP right now. That is going to be taking place. The data I wanted to show you outside of what Vargas's did and who the Mbappe is going to be and who the Luca is going to be and who the France is going to be. We're in our investors meeting this morning. And let me show you what numbers were shown. Every week we show all these data. Every month we show all this data. We go back. I mean, listen, it's a very, by the way, this is just one folder. I got 2 other folders in my office. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is all data that we go through, okay? One of the pages, when you open it up, is app count. See what app count looks like, okay? Let me give you some numbers here. Last year, second quarter, the entire second quarter combined in 2017, we did 5,049 apps. Quarter 3 of 2017, Q3, we did 5,576. Good number. Q4, we did 7,133 policies. Solid, biggest ever. Q1 2018, that's January, February, March of this year, we did 7,836. Biggest quarter ever, okay? You want to take a wild guess how many life insurance policies was submitted Q2 of 2018? You ready? So the record is 7,836. We didn't do 8,000. We didn't do 8,500. We didn't do 9,000. We didn't do 9,500. 9,687 policies. We 2x'd last year's number of policies in Q2. This is what it looks like. 10 quarters in a row, we've beaten our prior best in number of policies being submitted. 10 quarters in a row. Now here's what's crazy. One, do you want to have an equity in this company? Because we got a few people that just got qualified for equity. It's a question you got to ask yourself. I'd be wanting equity this year and next year if I'm you. So you got to get MD fast, and you got to go out there and score some points. Number of new people getting checks. Your commission increasing, number of MDs you promote, but you got to go get that part knocked out of the way. And I'm here to tell you, someone's going to get the biggest piece of equity this year ever. In the last 2 rounds, someone's going to get a massive piece. Because equity this year, you got to be in a big shop game. There is no let me promote an SMD or an EMD or an SVP or chairman's council, I get a big points, or I only get people licensed. You got to get people checks. So someone's going to get the biggest amount of equity for them in their hierarchy. But I show you this for the following reason. Second half of the year, we're going to have a month where we're going to crack 5,000 policies in a single month. 5,000 policies in a single month. Don't be surprised if we have a month that we do 6,000 policies in a single month. Look, we're 12 to 18 months away from having a 10,000 policy month. I'm sorry, in the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to do 10,000 policy month. We're 18 months away from having a 20,000 policy month. We're 24 to 30 months away. This is 2 years to 2.5 years from having a 30,000 policy month. What does that mean to you income-wise? What does it mean to you income-wise? What does it mean to you equity-wise? What does it mean to you lifestyle-wise? What kind of car you driving at that time? What kind of savings you got in the bank account? What house you living into? What music is playing? What private school are your kids going to? What kind of clothes are your kids wearing? Are you living in a gated community? You helping out your mom and dad? You got a place for your mom, you got a place for your dad. You got nice people that are taking care of you. You got the best attorneys, best CPAs, best accountants. How you looking in your community? What places you traveling to? You flying first class? You flying coach? You flying business class? What are you flying to? Where are you going to? What's the bank account look like? How is the banker looking at you when you go to the bank to get some money out? Do they give you the second look, like one of these things, they go like this, and they go, hi, Mr. Almaraz, how are you? Are they gonna give you the same look? Okay, boom, boom. Look changes. We're about to go there. And someone's gonna be the Mbappe of PHP. Someone's gonna be the Luka. Our hierarchy is gonna be France. Someone's gonna be the next Pele. Someone's gonna be the next Maradona. Someone's gonna be that. You know why that's gonna happen in PHP? Because this is the vision we always cast. This isn't a one-time thing I'm talking about. I talk about this every single time on every single call and every single meeting and every single, whatever we ever do. Sit down, this comes up. So one of you, two of you, 5 of you, 20 of you are watching the saying, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that gal. Honey, it's gonna be us. We're gonna do that. Someone's gonna do it. The only question for me is while you're watching this, you could be in the bathroom. Studies show that about 40% of our videos are watched in the bathroom, okay? So if you're in the bathroom, just do me a favor and just flush the toilet already if you're watching this from your bathroom. Some of you are reckless and you're watching this while you're driving a car, okay? And you're just kind of doing one of these things, right? And you're doing one of these things. Some of you guys are in your office watching right now, 5, 7, 8 people. Some of you guys are watching this in your BOM and you're just playing in front of everybody. Some of you guys are watching it together in the car right now with some other friends parked, pull over, you're taking notes. Some of you are all by yourself though. And you know what you just did? You're dreaming. And some of you are right now watching this on the verge. You're like, I don't know. I don't know if I can really do this, man. I just feel like somebody quit in this policy and that policy and this. I don't know, Pat probably was this good his first year. Pat was probably amazing from day one. It took me 19 months to become an MD. Your CEO took him 19 months to become an MD. You know how long it's taken people to become an MD? 90 days. Your CEO, took him 19 months to become an MD. Took me 2 years to get my watch. You know how long it's taking our guys right now to get their watches? 3 months. We have people getting their rings in 3 months. I'd be a regular guy in the company. Your CEO would be a regular guy in the company. But you know what happened to me at one point? All this doubt, all this questioning. At one point I said, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Everything changed. So the person I'm talking to tonight is you. I am talking to you tonight. I'm not talking to everybody tonight. I'm talking to you tonight. So if you're saying, but Pat, how do you know you're talking to me? You're saying the same thing to everybody else. That's not how it works. Because there's only a small group of people that actually feel like they're talking to me right now. You know who you are. That's who I'm talking to tonight. Not everybody. Because if you know who you are right now, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. You know who you are. You're feeling it. That's who I'm talking to tonight. You better believe in Mbappe when he scored the last goal and he went like this. Did you see that pose? When he went like this, and everybody ran. You better believe he's in tears when his family sees him after the game. You better believe behind Mbappe doing that, there's hundreds of coaches in tears, teachers, parents, siblings, friends, cousins. You know what else there is? There's a group of people that said, oh man, shit, I could have been there as well. Dang, all those nights he would practice, we freaking fooled around. All those nights he listened to the coach and it was coachable, we were freaking questioning the coach. We got cut. All those flipping times this guy went to the gym, we weren't doing nothing. All those times he listened, we didn't do it. Dang! He's on every cover of the magazine in the world today. Every. We're gonna do that to a group of people in the company. Remember when I said this to you? Rodolfo Cessian Sapala's Madden Shinner got featured on a magazine, Insurance News, the biggest insurance magazine in the world. You think it's the last magazine that's contacting us? You think regular business magazines are not contacting us? Wait till you see the first 500 people at the big event. When you check into your rooms, there's a big surprise. There's a big surprise. Big surprise. You're gonna say, no, Immediately you'll see this. Instagram, Snap, text, GroupMe's. Oh my gosh. First 500. You're watching this, you're saying, Pat, I'm feeling you today. I haven't even started my reports yet. I wanted to make sure I got this part knocked out of the way for everybody. For you and I to have that conversation today. And then I give all the other announcements. But I hope the right person watching this today is saying, Pat, wait till you see what I'm going to be doing in the month of July. Wait till you see how I'm going to be walking into the big event. Wait till you see how many people I'm going to rally to the big event. Wait till you see how focused we're going to be going to the big event. Rodolfo and Ceci told me they're going to promote 70 directors this month. 30 of them out of the big shops. You know what happens if they do that? You know what happens for some of you that are directors? You walk across the stage with a hard hat on, we take pictures. You know what happens for some of you guys that hit your director promotions this month? You know what happens for some of you guys that go get qualified for the after party at the Chateau MDs? You have to do 25 recruits, 25,000 points, and your 25 apps. All the non-MDs, you just have to do 25 recruits this month to go to the after party and hang out with all the people and rub elbows with all these guys and have conversations. You know what happens? Some of you guys are going to hang out with Vargas. What are you doing 48 recruits? Sopalos, what are you doing $1 million a year income? Hey, Del Tores, what are you guys doing? You know, hey, Rick and Eric, Alejandro, what are you guys doing? Phelps, what are you doing? Jason, what are you guys doing? Palau, what are you guys, hey, what is going on here? What's Guy Towns? What are you guys doing to recruit 211 people in your base? What is going on here? Vargas to do 243,000 points in a month. Sopalos, what are you guys doing to make $125,000 in 4 weeks while 2 weeks of it you're in Europe? What are you guys doing? What is going on? You got to be at those places, but you got to do 25 recruits this month. See, some of you guys are making a name for yourself right now while you're watching this, okay? And just so you know, not everybody sees it, but everybody sees it. When your appointment's canceled, you go home, and everybody sees it. When the appointment's canceled, you come back to the office, and you create 3 more appointments that night, and you don't get home till 11:30 at night. The Leaders Bulletin sees the ones that stay up till 11:30 running appointments. And the Leaders Bulletin also sees the people that appointment got canceled, he went home. The Leaders Bulletin sees both of them, by the way. We may not see it, the Leaders Bulletin sees it. And then Leaders Bulletin, everybody looks at and said, yep, that guy went home every time the appointment's canceled. And these guys, they drive 6 hours to meetings. These guys don't cancel appointments, they go to them. The Leaders Bulletin validates both. But you don't understand, you know. Nope, the Leaders Bulletin validates both. So for those of you guys doing your part, the Leaders Bulletin is going to turn you into a rock star at the big event. Anyways, look, our biggest recruiting month ever was April, this year. Last year, July is always a slow recruiting month. July 2016, we did 1,030 recruits, okay? July 2017, last year we did 1,624 recruits. Last July, 1,624 recruits. We are already at 1,323 recruits for the month, okay? By the way, April 2018, which we broke the record and we had 3,432 recruits in a month, 3,432 recruits in a month in April was our biggest month ever. As of the 17th of the month, April, we were at 1,312 recruits. Today's the 17th of the month, we're at 1,323 recruits, and it's 8:16 while I'm shooting this, which means we got 4 more hours of Central Standard Time, and we got 6 more hours of Pacific Standard Time. So we're still wrapping them, it's a BOM net, so it's gonna be a lot more recruits tonight. But we're ahead of pace at 1312, we're at 1323. And here's the thing, April is 30 days, July is 31 days, which means what? We could go into the big event with 4,000 recruits this month. Do not be surprised if we break the record of 3,400, we do 3,600, we're on track to do around 35, 3,600, but what if we ended up doing 4,000 recruits? If we do 4,000 recruits, that means a lot of record-breaking people are coming to the big event. This is what's happening with this company that you are a part of. This is not a fluke. When we look at these data and the investors are saying, what the hell is going on? This isn't a fluke. This is what's really taking place. When you show Vargas has got 48 recruits in the last week, of which 17 of them were from Brownsville, 17 of them were from Houston, 10 of them were from Minnesota, 4 of them were from Loretto, and a few of them from other places. Now that's the breakdown. So Brownsville, great job. I see what took place. Houston, awesome job. Minnesota, good job. Loretto, good job. I'm seeing all this stuff that's taking place. This isn't a hypothetical. This is really taking place. These are not hypotheticals. That's really happening. These are really taking place to the company. You have the opportunity to get equity this month. Now, book of the month, Lincoln on Leadership. Are you reading the books? I make one recommendation to Vargas. Vargas buys the book. He's always the first to read. And the only person that beats Vargas to finishing books is Matt Sopala. Just letting you know that. Those two compete on who finishes books first. It's always the case. Figure those two guys, they're at the top of the company. Both of them like this. I make one recommendation at next SVP meeting on who to study. Vargas goes and orders 20 books of a guy named Dexter. Everybody else is just kind of taking notes. Only guy, and he was in the back. He wasn't even part of the next SVP meeting. Orders 20 books. Book of the month, Lincoln on Leadership. Have you read it yet? Have you started yet? Have you bought it yet? Have you finished it yet? One of the best books I've ever read on the topic of leadership. Great time to read it going to the big event. Couple other items for me to go through with you here. New speaker. Should I announce a new speaker first? I think I should announce a new speaker first. Okay. One of my best friends that we've been getting close to in the last 12 months, he invited me to a meeting. I went. It was me, himself, and Les Brown. Incredible meeting. The stuff Les Brown said was just complimentary at the highest level. Les Brown stayed just to hear some of the things I was going to talk about, and he gave the most ridiculous compliment at the end of it. We had a very good kind of conversation with Les Brown. Les Brown's not in the best place right now, health-wise, cancer, doctors giving him only 8 months to live. Phenomenal time we had together. But this friend of mine, I invited him to an event of ours back in 07, okay? He is maybe 3 feet tall, maybe. He was born without limbs, arms, no legs. He spoke in Europe, in a country, to 800,000 people watching this guy speak. And I asked him, I said, I want you to come and speak to our group. He says, Pat, you don't even need to ask twice. Whatever we need, I'll come to it. He speaks to the world. He's speaking to presidents. He's with White House. He's with prime ministers. He's with everybody. He's speaking at our event, but only at one meeting. And that's the FA NUP meeting, which means if you're not an FA, you won't hear this guy speak. You have to be an FA to be part of this meeting. You got till the end of the month being an FA. If you're a director, automatically you're going to be a part of it, but it's only in the FA NUP meeting because the room is limited. So you have to be checked in with your name tag, has to be an FA for you to be able to go in. And that's none other than Nick Vujicic. If you don't know who Nick Vujicic is, go on YouTube, type in Nick Vujicic, and you'll find a video with 64 million views. That's Nick Vujicic. Played for the people at the office for them to see it. That's going to be one of the other speakers. So we got Kevin Hart Entertainment. We got Joe Jordan from the industry who's going to be speaking Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. And then we got Nick Vujicic who'll be speaking at President's Club meeting, the FA NUP meeting, on Tuesday night at 7 to 8. Between 7 to 9, he'll be speaking for 45 minutes, and he'll leave. Every one of you will be in tears. You'll laugh, you'll crack up, and your heart will melt saying, if this guy was born without arm and legs is doing what he's doing, what is my excuse? What is my excuse? Absolutely stunning when this guy tells a story. And the difficulties he had. That's another speaker for your big event, by the way. You ought to announce that to everybody. I know many of you are flipping out right now because so many people have wanted to meet him. You're not going to get a chance to meet him. Check, speaker. Next, 10 new watch earners. Let me recognize the 10 new watch earners. Ready? Casey Cameron, congratulations. Out of Iselli office, working directly with Ricky and Erica, but in the net SVP of Alejandro Aguilar, because he's now an SVP. Alonzo Aguilar, watch, direct to Ricky and Erica, also out of Alejandro Aguilar's net SVP team. Stephanie Luan and Sal, direct to Alejandro in their net SVP team. Congratulations, got their watch. Del Toro's, Marco Trujillo, direct to Marco. Piedad Murguia got their watch as a non-MD. Kahindi, Richard Altima got a new watch earner. Great job, Altima. Anel Castro and Victor Zaldo both got their watch. They're about to get their rings because they're moving very fast, but they just got their watches. Both out of Phelps' net SVP team. Monique Welch got her watch. Monique Welch out of Atlanta got her watch. Out of the MSM hierarchy, direct, net SVP. Chanel got her watch. Konsuji got her watch. In the leaders bulletin, direct to Jason Graziani, 50% to Vargas's. These guys got their watches. Now watch this. EIB, We the People had half. MSM had one full, okay? Altima, Kahindi had one in their net SVP. Phelps had two in their net SVP. Del Toro's had two in their net SVP. Alejandro had three in his net SVP. Three. If Ricky and Erica were SVPs, they would have had two. Alejandro would have been one because they're not SVPs. Alejandro has three. By the way, out of the 10 watch earners, you ready? 5 of them, 50% from Conquistadors. Not TGA, from Conquistadors. That's something to be thinking about. This is just in the last 3 weeks, by the way. I'm not telling you the entire month. This is in the last 3 weeks. We have 30 to 35 people that can get their watches in the next 4 weeks. That's where it's at right now, okay? Ring earner, Edward and Jamie Musgrove. Second fastest to ring. I think I recognized them already last time. New equity owners, Curtis and Spring Eatman. They got 15 new checks. Obviously, this year they scored their points. And another new equity owner, Ricardo Lopez out of Puerto Rico. He got 15 new people checks. Great job, Ricardo out of Puerto Rico. First person ever in Puerto Rico to become an equity owner. Congratulations, big deal. Next, let me give you some more stuff on what's taking place here with checks. First checks. A lot of you that are fighting to go get your GEB level up, because this month's level up 1 and level up 2. So you got to get your checks in place. So I want to give this number in advance so many of you MDs know where you're at, because you got 2 more weeks to get other people checks. Leila and Sebastian Vargas, Kanisha Taylor Hilario, Helen Burton Castillo, Gerda Williams, Janae Traylor, Elginette and Benny Williams, Ernie and Sharon Sears, Quanine, Donna Melikian, Del Toro, David Leon, David Bryan, Dan and Myrna Wilkins, Solis Hart, Bianca Rist, Angie Gomez Alvarez all have 1. Del Toro's only 1. So if you level up, you only have 1. You got 9 more to go, Del Toro. Just want you to know that. Vincent Sendejas, Tommy Clark Luan, Rodolfo Vargas, Ultima Palayo, Otero, Alvana Gausen, Eatman, Phelps, Richardson, Gonzalez, Rivera, Alonso Aguilar, 2. Vargas, 2. Palayo, 2. You want to level up, you got to increase that number, right? Next. Michael Bryan, Del Valle, Graziani, Cobos, Castro, 3. Sapala and Gaitan, 4. That's what the numbers are looking like. We are looking at possibly breaking that record this month. At 192, we need to beat 192 to hold that record. I think we're going to beat that number. Let me continue with some of the numbers here, for I know, because I know a lot of you guys are right now fighting to become, fighting to qualify for that Chateau party, okay? Here's what the top 10 personal recruiters look like. We have 23 people with over 5 recruits for the month. I'll go through all these guys. Andrea Cherise, Robert Norris, Deborah Schaefer, Aldo Aldape, Forrest Perry, Guadalupe Sanchez Flores, Reina Hinojosa, Shorla Roban, Alisa Mason. Man, we are recruiting some strange, complicated names here, guys. We're not recruiting a John Smith, like a simple, traditional American name like Patrick Bay David. You know what I'm saying? Alicia, Justin Green, Z Tao Gunn, beautiful. Osiel Salvador, phenomenal. Natalia Perosier, Mario, not a single name. Jeremiah Clark. There you go. Jeremiah Clark. Melissa Patterson. I love, all these strange names. You know what it means? We are the United Nations, is what we are. PHP tracks everybody from every ethnicity, especially since your CEO is from Iran, which makes 0 sense, right? These names have 6. Manuel Gausen, Taylor Jacobs, Rachel Wilson, Tiffany Hillard, John Tay, welcome. Okay? Had 6. Following names have 7. Leobardo Martinez Jr. Okay? They fell 1 month, but they're back. Solis has got 7 directs for the month. Number 1 recruiter for marketing directors, ahead of everybody. Number 2 recruiting MDs, Maritza and Craig Thomas with Alejandro Aguilar, they got 4. Good job, those guys as well, by the way, with 4. Solis has got 7. Carmen Benavides, Selena Cortez. Carmen has 9 directs. She's number 1 so far right now. Great job, Carmen. Let's see how you'll finish up the month, by the way. Now let me continue, because some of you guys are wanting to take the picture with Kevin Hart, and you want to take the picture, some of you, the top personal recruiters, personal producers, and MD-based registration. I'll give you those numbers as well. But let me continue here. Top 10 personal producers this month. Number 10, Jean-Marc Bosquet. Number 9, Leila and Sebastian Vargas, Janae Traylor, John Mason, Johnny Johnson. What a great name, Johnny Johnson. Number 5, Nathan Tallgren. Number 4, Sable Ote. Number 3, Carolyn Merrills. Number 2, Maritza and Craig Thomas. Number 1, Dulce Carmen Sanchez. Great job, Dulce. Now let's see if you'll stay number 1 for the rest of the month. Here's top MD-based recruits. Ready? We have 40 with over 10. We have 9 with over 25. You have to be at 24 to be in the top 10 so far, midway as of the 16th of the month. Okay, here we go. Vicky and Anna, 24. Ricky and Erica, 24. Michael Bryan, 25. Palayo, 28 and a half. Almaraz, 29. Hart, 30. Gaitan, 36. Del Valle, 39. Sheena and Matt Sapala, 41. Del Toro, 49. Vargas is 70. Way ahead. Now let's look at MD-based production, what it's looked like for the month. Okay, top 10. Number 10, Monique and Richard Welch. Number 9, Del Torres. Number 8, Jose Marlin Gaitan. Number 7, John Mason. John Mason wants to get on the Dream Team call. He has to hit those numbers to get on the Dream Team call. Number 6, Chris and Evelyn Richardson. Number 5, Maritza and Craig Thomas. 4, Lou and Rhonda Pimber. Chris Hart. Number 3, Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, number 2. Sheena Matsapala, number 1. By the way, this one dictates if Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas pass up Sheena Matsapala in a number 1 producing base shop rolling 12 months. That's what the numbers look like so far. Top 10 super base recruits. Here we go. Jason Graziani, number 11. He's number 11. Number 10, Len Natasha Cooper. Number 9, Marvin Andy Del Valle. Number 8, Alejandro Aguilar. Candy Thomas, number 7. Palayo 6, Cobos 5, Del Toro 4, Gaitan 3, Vargas 2, Sapala still number 1. Let's look at production. Top 10, number 10, Phelp. Number 9, Kehendi. Number 8, Cooper. Number 7, Del Toro. 6, Palayo. 5, Cobos. 4, Vargas. 3, Graziani. 2, Gaitan. And number 1, Sheena Matsapala by a mile, nearly doubling number 2. If you took number 2 and number 3 and combined them together, if you added Gaitan and Jason Graziani super base together, they beat Sapala's by only 4,000 points. It's a good way to go into the big event, Sapala's. I like it. Super team recruits, top 10. Number 10, Diana Joe. Number 9, Alejandro Aguilar. Number 8, Cooper. 7, Graziani. 6, Vargas. 5, Del Toro. 4, Sapala. 3, Cobos. 2, Palayo. And the number 1 is Gaitan. Let's look at production. Top 10. Candy number 10. Phelp 9, Graziani 8, Del Toro 7, Vargas 6, Cooper 4, Palayo 3, Sapala's 2, Gaitan number 1, but only by 5,000 points. Not a crazy number. That's what we're looking at so far, by the way. Let me continue. I have 3 more marketing director promotions left. Here's what it looks like if it ended today to get a picture with Kevin Hart. Ready? Here's what it looks like. By the way, the following net SVPs had the most registrations for the big event from June 1st till today. This means Vargas and his MD. Alejandro, Del Toro and their MDs, not including Alejandro's net SVP team. So Ricky's numbers don't count for Del Toro's. That's what it means by net SVP. Watch this. From June 1st till today, Unity net SVP only 15. Diana Joe only 21. Candy Thomas 40. Del Toro 57, Phelps 60, Alejandro 67, Cooper 71, Sheena Matsapala 82, Gaitan 96, Graziani 126, and number 1 Vargas 159. The top 5 net SVP attendance gets private time with the green room that Kevin Hart's going to be in. And Kevin Hart's green room is going to be talking, shaking hands, all this other conversations. It's not going to be, you're going to be able to do Snapchat and some videos like that. That's kind of cool. It's additional stuff, right? But the top 30 MD registrations get to take a picture with Kevin Hart. Here's what it looks like as of today. If it ended today, Carlise Bell would be the first person to not take a picture because she's only had 9 since June 1st. Ali Russak would be the second to not take a picture, tied with Gaines, Hilario, Candy Thomas, Mario Reyes. They wouldn't take a picture. The following names would get a picture. And they would have to be, because if it's tied, the tiebreaker is going to be cash flow. I'm telling you, a lot of people are tied at 10. If there's a bunch of people tied at the 30th spot, it's going to be based on your cash flow. If you don't have the cash flow, you're out. You're going to be number 31. So here's some of the names as of today. We haven't done a cash flow yet. Chanel Consuji, Sisme Avalar, Sheena Matsapala, 10. They all had 10 since June 1st. Roselia Galindo, Paulette Sabatimani, Natalia Suazo, Minor Ramos, Marilee Capehart, Marcelo Vargas, Len Cooper, Carl Rodriguez, Gerda Williams, Eatmans all have 10. Jason Graziani, 11. Juarez, 12. Edward Musgrove, 13. They would get a picture. Pimbers, 15. Serna, 15. Alonso Aguilar, 15. Morteza Alborzi, 16. Michael Bryant, 17. Matt Coulthard, 17. Janae Traylor, 19. Chris Richardson, 19. Castro, 19. Octavio, 20. David and Sandra Vera, 20. Octavio Maciel, 20. John Mason, 21. Ricky and Erica, 22. Elvana Gaussen, 25. Hector and Erica, 26. Alejandro Aguilar, 27. Gaitan, 30. Chris Hart, 47. Good job, Chris Mario. Chris Hart, number 2, by the way, 47. Nice. Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, obviously 67, ahead of everybody. Okay. And now, who'd be the top 10 personal recruiters today from June 1st to take a picture? I'll give you who's top 10. Here's what it looks like. The following names have 10 or more recruits, personal recruits. By the way, tiebreaker is going to be your income. Just want you to know. So if you also got 10 recruits and you're number 10 spot, but you don't have the income, you won't get a pick. You got to compete to be in the top 5 to guarantee your spot. Here's the names that would be tied for 10th spot today. Angel Pagan, Natasha Saunders, Gustavo Zamora, Tiffany Hillard, Leobardo Martinez, Eugene Hicks, Griselda Gordillo, Elizabeth Rodriguez Contreras, Antonio Caldera, Zachary Silver, Rosalind Johnson, and Brandon Burrell all are tied at 10. This is going to change in the next 2 weeks. Yvonne Simpson, 11. Adelaja Alaba, 11. Martha Morales, 11. Claudia Johnson. Kristen Hassel, Lizette Aguero, 11. Those names would all be taking a picture with Kevin Hart if it ended today. You can also take a picture with Chris Hart, but this one's specific to Kevin Hart, just so you know that. Okay? Daisy Cordero is third place with 13. Chris Solis, 13. Carmen Benavides, 17. She's number one right now so far if it ended today. It's going to change over the next 2 weeks because this is when it's going to get crazy. And a lot of people are like, oh, I have my spot locked in. Someone's going to pass my watch. You'll see what happens next 2 weeks. It's going to get crazy. Here's the top 10 personal producers that we get a picture with Kevin Hart. I'll give you the 5 that wouldn't. The first person that wouldn't would be Dulce Carmen. Then it would be Joel Molina, Laurie Jefferson, Sheena Matsupala, Jay Cruz. They're in the top 15. Top 10 would. Number 10, the only name I see is Lawrence. I don't see the whole thing. I just see Lawrence. Oh, Lawrence is the guy that just got an office. Chris, Lawrence is the guy you were telling me about who just signed a lease. I mean, Chris was speaking very, very highly about Lawrence. I believe this is the same Lawrence. Give me 1 second. Let me look up this Lawrence guy that he was telling me about. Anyways, I don't see Chris's. I thought Chris just sent me a text message. Chris, I don't see your text message, but I think this is the same exact Lawrence that you told me about. Okay, so Lawrence would be in if it ended today by only $2,000. Andrea Papakui would be in today. Jasmine Jenkins would be in. Sable Ote would be in. Edward and Jamie Musgrove would be in. Gladys Beltran would be in. Alexis Palais would be in today. Donna Melikian, Carl Rodriguez, Whistler would also be in today to take a picture. Whistler would be number one if it ended today to take a picture with Kevin Hart. But remember, every one of these numbers is going to change, including number one. Number one could be number 11 tomorrow. So that's going to change because everybody wants that picture. This is not going to slow down. So now, all these things I'm talking to you about, okay, all of these things I'm talking to you about is leading me to being this month the craziest month we've ever had in the history of the company. I don't think I missed anything. Double up, I covered everything already. Million Point Base Shop qualifiers. Now we got 6 people that are qualified for Million Point Base Shop. I think the most recent name was Chris Hart got qualified. I think Chris Hart's in, Gaitan's in, Palau's in, Del Toro's in, Sapala's in, Vargas's are in. Mario, you trying to say something to me? The party? The after party? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I mean, the after party, 25 recruits to get in as a non-MD, and marketing directors, 25 base recruits, 25,000 points in July to get into the after party. It's going to be insane. It's going to be at the end. We're going to have a very good time. I got 3 MD promotions to recognize, and then we'll wrap up. Let me give you these 3 MD promotions. First one, I'm in Greece. We're coming back from one of the visits we had, I think it was Athens. And they're sitting behind me. They started asking me questions. We talked about purpose. I really like these guys. George has told me a lot about these guys. George said, Pat, these guys are legit. They remind me of Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas. I'm telling you, I don't just say it, they just do. And the more I talk to them, the more I like them. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how they perform as a marketing director now. Now that they're an MD, there's no more being in a base shop. We're going to see how they perform. Are they going to spread their wings and say, look, we're legit marketing directors in the El Paso market. We also want to perform Director George Palau, Unity's Net SVP team. Great. Or we're not. We're just a regular MD that doesn't want a lot of competition to, put a lot of pressure underneath us. I really believe these guys can do something big. I really do. Really do. And I'm excited to see what they'll be doing, but I'm really excited about these guys. Another office out of El Paso, and congratulations to Alan Diaz for becoming a marketing director in PHP. Very proud of them. They were in Greece on a separate contest with Unity, but I'm excited to see, listen, I want both of you guys to be listening to me. July, make some noise. July, make some noise. Let everybody know you're not just a regular MD. I don't think you're a regular MD, but prove it on the Leaders Bulletin that you're not a regular MD. Next one, you heard me talk about him last month on what she did. It is official. It's finally in the books. By the way, when Houston Harvey hit, the hurricane that hit, her entire house was flooded. Mario and I went to Houston right afterwards. They're in one of the vlogs. They were one of the ones that we helped out for what was taking place. There was water, 2 feet of water in their home. They had just bought the house 5 months, I want to say. They bought the house January. I think they closed January 12th of 2018. The house closed, some date like that closed, okay? Fast forward, they lose everything. She's in tears. I see her husband in tears, emotional. They could have thrown in the towel. We need another job. We're just going to go be average and ordinary. They become a marketing director. You have no idea how proud I am of this girl here. I'm so proud of this woman. Doing such great things. Great example. But I want to see you use this marketing director promotion to go make $100,000, $250,000, and go buy a house and 5,000 square foot house, put a big party and invite us to say, Pat, we went from that house to this house. I want that story. I want it for you. I want it for your kids. Middle of the night, people are calling her saying, get up. Hurricane's coming your way. She gets up, she's walking in puddle of water. Her kids, 2 kids over there with her, with her family. And they move out of the house, flooded the house. That's what this business is about. It's about stories like you. Nayeli, Rocha, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations to you. These guys are gonna go places. You got a heart. You got a big heart, and I want to see your heart experience all the dreams that you dream about. Your heart, your kid's heart, your husband's heart. I want to see every single one of your dreams become a reality. Congratulations to you. Another director of Arguses, by the way. And last but not least, I'm proud of this one because it's out of a story, out of a market that, we haven't seen a lot of stuff, but I've seen this thing taking place. This becomes the first marketing director promotion of this year for Cornerstone. And this didn't come from the Gaines hierarchy. It didn't come from Solis. It didn't come from Alfredo and Crystal Garcia. It came from Paul Medrano. See, I know Paul Medrano because Paul Medrano, we recruited Paul Medrano many, many years ago. Many, many years ago. I remember when I with Paul Medrano first. He had a big old mohawk. Yeah, I would call him a rooster because his hair was like, he had one of those clubber hair. You know which ones I'm talking about? He had one of those hairs. And he would come to the office with his muscles, and he would do phone zone with tank tops. He'd come to PHBU with tank tops, and, brother, it's so hot here. He would do one of these things, and we love Paul, right? And Paul's given one of the most memorable, heartfelt speeches of all time in the history of the company. Paul has. Paul has one of the most monumental pictures ever in the history of the company. It's like this. We have that picture. I have that picture till today. He's on stage like this, and his arms like this. He's going off. And you see the veins, like a hero, like this. It's Paul. Paul didn't give up on his dreams. Paul's got a younger son. Fox. This guy wants to be a great example for Fox. Paul, I am so proud of you. I get emotional telling your story right now, buddy. Let me tell you something. I'm excited for you, man, what you're doing. Good guy, good family. Oh, come on. Anyways, winning feels good, man. Not seeing people give up on their dreams feels good. Not seeing people give up on their families feels good. Seeing people persevere. Redemption is one of the greatest feelings in life. I'm telling you right now. And he put his foot down. He says, I'm going to win for Fox. I want to win for my mom, my dad. Okay? And he promoted his first MD. I'm excited. Rosa Madrid, you come out of nowhere. You believe in Paul. You don't give up. You go through. Paul's telling me, Pat, she's coming, Pat. Watch what she's going to be doing. Says a lot about you, Rosa. Says a lot about you, Paul. Both of you guys have an opportunity right now to make a name for yourself. That organization, Rosa, you. Paul, you have this incredible opportunity with PHB Rosa to have all your dreams become a reality, whatever those things may be. See, there's a couple ways with this business. You hear these marketing director promotions. We don't have the luxury of doing it anymore at the big event and telling these stories. That's why I do it in these videos, because at the big event, you're just going to come and get off the stage because we have limited time. We have a lot of people to recognize, and we have different kind of performance scheduling-wise. We used to be able to go till 1 o'clock. We can't do it anymore because it's union. We need people to come and set up early in the morning because Saturday, the last day, afternoon is going to be yours. This is a very emotional business. Very emotional business. The reason why I get emotional, because most of you don't know I was this close of giving up. I look at Dylan's face. I look at Senna's face. I look at Patrick's face, Tico's face. I look at my dad's face. This past week, my dad's brother died, youngest brother died, 66 years old. No one expected it. And we go to LA to go to a funeral. I don't want to make a big deal about it. A lot of people are like, Pat, how come you didn't say this? Tom sends flowers to the funeral. I don't even know how we got the address. I didn't want a lot of attention. I just wanted to go do our thing and come back. And my dad gets so sick at 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes to the hospital. He's not feeling too well. He doesn't even make it to his own brother's funeral. We all go to it. I got to stay behind to spend time with Dad. It's my blood. I take a bullet for this blood. I'm in a business with my sister. My sister just upgraded her office, got a big office. I'm excited for them. Her son, Sean and Grace, bragging about their offices. Bragging about their offices. This is a very emotional business. I'm seeing people's dreams become a reality. I'm sitting down with Jose and Marlene having one of our best conversations ever at Rafi's place. And we're just like, he's telling me what he's about to buy. The car he's about to buy. What's happening with him. This is an emotional business. Dreams becoming a reality is very emotional. Seeing a person persevere and not give up is very emotional. Seeing a person redeem themselves from a moment where nobody believed in you. Nobody saw what you were capable of. And all of a sudden, you put your head down and you say, I'm not giving up on my dreams. You stay strong mentally and emotionally. You stay coachable to your marketing director. You stay coachable to your upline SVP, who's also in the game building a big base shop. And then all of a sudden, your stories are being told. I am so glad I didn't give up when I almost gave up. That one day in front of In-N-Out in the parking lot, right up, you've heard me tell this story, some of you guys, I'm in my car, countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There wasn't a single emotion that changed with me with the New Year's. I would typically go to a place to celebrate the countdown. I stayed in the car. Bought an In-N-Out burger, double. Me and my friend split it. He got half, I got half. We ate it. We're broke. We didn't even order soda. We got water. And on my Ford Focus. And we're parked. Stick shift. Not even automatic because I couldn't afford it. Stick shift Ford Focus. Back in the days when there were a lot of stick shifts. Who would buy a Ford Focus stick shift that was manual windows? I had it because I didn't have any money. The guy that bought it for us, sold it to me, was a guy named Jaime Godina. It took us 6 hours for me to buy a Ford Focus because the guy wouldn't give it to me. My bad credit I had with 484. Jaime Godina finally gave it to me. Jaime Godina currently works at Honda Galpin off of Sepulveda. Go ask him about Patrick Bay. David, let him tell you a story. Veronica bought a car from him. Veronica knows the Godina family from a long time ago. Veronica Terrazas, formerly known as Veronica Lopez. What if this guy gave up? Dylan, Patrick, Senna were counting on this guy to give up, to not give up. What if you give up? I wouldn't have met my wife in a business. No valuetainment. Be selling memberships. Regular guy. I want you to know, for you watching this, this isn't a regular update video. This is an update video 4 weeks before the big event that's going to change your life. And many of you watching this, I hope you realize that as good as you think, I've said this so many times, as good as you think it's going to be when you win, I can't say 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. It's undescribable. I can't describe it to you. It's the look. It's the peace. It's the stability. It's the trust. It's the choices. It's the control. It's the man in the mirror that looks back and says, man, I'm so proud of you. It's the look from your dad, from your wife, from your kids, from your peers, from your relatives. Indescribable. I can't even explain it to you. I'm in the Syrian church this past week. Everybody's coming up to me saying, Pat, the Syrian community is so proud of what's taking place. The Syrian community, nobody knew who this guy was. The Syrian community didn't, nobody knew who this guy was. No one did. What happened? This guy didn't give up. And I hope you don't either. I truly hope you don't either. So, this doesn't mean things will be easy. This means you need to make a decision right now how you're going to go to the big event. Can you rally 5 more people? Can you rally 10 more people? Can you rally your husband, your wife, a few other people that you know? Can you do that? Can you make that last push? Can you make that last drive? Can you be a bit more coachable? Can you be a bit more focused? Can you be a bit more concentrate on what you need to do right now the next 4 weeks to take your game to the next level? I don't know. But here's what I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet those of you at the beginning of the video that are still watching it till today are willing to do that. And those are the people I can't wait to high five when you walk across the stage as you get your director promotion and you put a builder's hat, the hard hat on, and we take a picture, and you come out the gates. August, September, you become a marketing director by the end of September, worst case October. November, December, you score your equity points, you get equity this year and prepare yourself to have a massive equity year next year. And you go to the Million Point Base Shop retreat that we have in December at Palm Springs. That's what I hope many of you do, but that's what I know. The right people that were watching this, the ones I was talking about, I know for a fact you're going to be doing this. So now, I didn't forget when I told you at the beginning, one person's going to win 1 free ticket. So what's the question? Mario, did I miss anything or no?
Tomorrow's the last day for those rooms. Make sure you register.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the last day?
The last day, we can't promise a discount.
Oh,
past
by the
tomorrow.
way, if you're not staying at Venetian, you can't come to Chateau. That's 100%. Just so everybody knows, if you're not staying at the Venetian and you don't have your room, Chateau's out of it. You got to make sure you get registered at the Chateau because that list goes with the other ones. We've always done it this way, whether I've announced it or not. I'm just telling you right now, that's what it is. So tomorrow's the last day. They have to make a call and get their books. Okay, rooms booked. Okay. Tweet me the following question, following answer. Let's see what it is. Okay. Who is our new big event speaker that'll be speaking at President's Club meeting? Send a tweet at Patrick Bet-David. The first person that sends it, first person that tweets that name to me, okay, will get a free ticket to the next big event. But the first person that sends that tweet gets that free ticket. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cannot wait to see you close out July like never before. Shock everybody. So we celebrate it in Vegas 4 weeks from now. Take care.